Laura Morris claims she booked an anniversary getaway to enjoy with her boyfriend, but was shocked when he went with another woman. Mike Daniels says he has a new love and decided to enjoy the trip with her.
All rise. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lauren Lake presiding.
You may be seated.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello. Thank you, Sean. Good day, everyone. Good day. This is the case of Morris versus Daniels. Ms. Morris, you are suing Mr. Daniels for $853.44 for travel costs. You say after the defendant took somebody else on a trip. Okay, and defendant, you say that the trip was a gift.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, take me to the beginning. Ms. Morris, what kind of trip was this and what was it for?
This was our 1-year anniversary trip. I booked it as a gift to him, but for our anniversary, to celebrate our 1-year anniversary.
Where was the trip?
Palm Springs for the weekend.
I love that.
Yes.
So you booked the hotel or you booked airfare and hotel?
I booked just the hotel.
All right. What happens?
After I booked the trip, Mike comes to me to let me know that he's been really tied up with work. He's very frustrated. He has a project that he has to do that's gonna not allow him to go on to the trip with me. So I'm not understanding. I'm like, okay, well, it's our 1-year anniversary, but I understood that he had to work. So I allowed that to take place. And for that weekend, I didn't hear from him at all.
So Mike's work trip excuse doesn't sit well with Laura. But hold on, was he really that busy with work? Or is this a classic case of emotional distance masked by an I'm too busy routine? Laura's face says it all. She's confused, frustrated, and definitely not getting the answer she deserves.
So you book a whole trip.
I book a whole
for
trip.
the anniversary.
Yes.
And then he decides, I can't really make it because I'm just really busy with work. He's got a lot of excuses why he can't go.
Says he has a work project.
A work project.
A work project, yes.
And so did you call and try to get your money back?
So the thing about that, I do have the confirmation, the receipt. It was non-refundable.
Let me see that, please. So you booked one of those last-minute deals or using one of those travel services.
Correct.
Where you get a better deal.
Yes, it was a luxury hotel, but it was 40% off. So
right.
I confirmed with him first. That's also there as well. Texting him, letting him know that I was going to be booking the hotel. I had to put my money up right away. They did indicate it was non-refundable.
I know you're stressed at work. I love you. I'm thinking of you. Call me back.
This is the weekend when he was not responding to me during our anniversary.
Do you have any text messages where you agree that I'm going to get this trip and we're going to go?
There is a message for that. I'm sure he has it.
Here comes the kicker. Laura drops the bomb that the hotel booking was non-refundable. She's stuck with the bill. And now we're seeing the full weight of her investment in this relationship. Mike confirmed it. But when it comes time to pay for their anniversary trip, things start unraveling fast.
Your Honor?
Yes, sir.
I can give my evidence. I do have evidence of that.
I'd like to see it. And I want to ask you, Mr. Daniels, so
Yes.
You were in a relationship with Ms. Morris for a year.
Yes, ma'am.
Everything was going well.
Yes, up until about 6 months.
So 6 months in, you start having a problem.
Yes, ma'am.
But why was she booking a year anniversary trip at 6 months? You already had a problem.
Zero
It was her choice.
communication.
What was the problem?
I started falling out of love.
Oh,
Yes, ma'am.
so you weren't really feeling her that much anymore.
I was not.
Did you tell her?
I tried to. She just wasn't listening. She didn't
How
wanna
did
hear
you
me.
try? How
So,
hard did you try?
Before the 1-year anniversary, when she was going to book it, I tried to let her know, like, hey, I feel like everything that we're doing right now, it might not work out. She just wasn't hearing it. She was so excited for this event just because, you know, she had
So you had told her in the 6 months prior when you were feeling it, but right before she was about to spend her money, you were like, hey, I don't really think this is working out that well. Don't book the trip.
Mike keeps insisting that the trip was a gift. But let's be real for a second. If it was truly a gift, why didn't he show up? If the gift giver doesn't even show up to the party, is it really a gift? A gift is supposed to have some emotional exchange. But Mike's actions speak volumes about his intentions or lack thereof.
I didn't tell her in the first 6 months.
He never told me not to
I
book
was
the trip, Your
falling
Honor.
out in the first
He never
6
told
months,
me
but
not
I
to
never
book the
said
trip.
anything because I was worried that I was going to break her heart.
He confirmed me booking the trip. He never
I
told
tried
me.
to explain to her.
No, you never
but she
said-
did not
Hey,
wanna hear
babe,
me.
I found this amazing hotel deal in Palm Springs the weekend of our 1-year anniversary. We should go. You right. That sounds great. And then you say, yay, my gift, baby, meaning you're going to pay for it.
Confirmed.
Confirming it's a gift.
For an anniversary gift for you all.
For us.
And you say, that sounds great. I don't know why you passed this evidence up.
It's showing that she confirmed this is a gift. I have no
A gift
legal
for
obligation
us.
So
to give the
you
money.
passed it up to say it's my gift.
Hold on. Just when we thought things couldn't get any worse, Mike admits he wasn't feeling it anymore. 6 months in, and he's already mentally checked out, but still playing along with anniversary plans. Is it just me, or is Mike treating Laura like an afterthought? He might have wanted out, but did he really need to drag her into his mess?
Correct.
Because you want to make sure the court knows that she said it was a gift.
Yes, ma'am.
And you don't owe anything for it.
Yes, ma'am.
But you also, in the process, saw that you said sounds great. Mm-hmm. So what you're saying is, sounds great, you said it, and then afterwards you had remorse. Like, I shouldn't really have even said that because I'm really not feeling her anymore. When I see her in person, I'm going to kind of tell her, hey, I don't think we should go.
Coming up.
And every month that we were together, up until the year of our anniversary, he had gotten me gifts every month that we were together.
Now, did you do what most women do and file it in the file, though? Because, you know, we file it in the file.
And later.
She said that she had only collected $700 out of that $6,000 off of the floor, so she could only give me $200 back out of $6,000.
Now we got a full-on plot twist. Mike goes ghost for the entire weekend, but then boom, flowers arrive with the same anniversary message. Laura's suspicions rise, and the drama kicks into overdrive. The audience is on the edge of their seats as she discovers the truth in real time. Mike's checked in, but not with her. Cue the gasps.
We're back with a dispute between Laura Morris and her ex, Mike Daniels, over an anniversary trip he took with another woman.
Do you remember him trying to tell you, Ms. Morris, hey, babe, I don't know about this one-year trip?
Nope.
What
not
do you
one
remember?
time. I do recall, I just want to mention that a month before the vacation, my girlfriend did reach out to me, and she told me that she might have seen Mike at the bar with another girl. I reached out to him and asked him about it, and he swore up and down that it wasn't him. I never suspected anything of him, so I didn't think that he was a player type. I just chalked it up and like, she just probably identity. She thought it was someone else. She thought it wasn't, you know.
You just blew it off.
I just blew it off because everything was going well.
He hadn't given you any reason to suspect.
No reason at all. And every month that we were together, up until the year of our anniversary, he had gotten me gifts every month that we were together.
Now, did you do what most women do and file it in the file, though? Because, you know, we file it in the file.
I filed it in the file.
We might not address it. We might not make the recipe, but we definitely put it in the file.
It was in the file once that weekend came and I wasn't hearing from him.
Wow. Mike's still in denial. He thinks this is somehow justified by the fact that it was a gift. Yet he's showing zero remorse for bringing someone else to the hotel that Laura paid for. Is he seriously saying that the gift was a free pass to ditch her? Talk about disrespect.
And he sent you flowers, because I see a text there where it's like, I know you're crazy at work. Call me back. Where are you? It's our anniversary, Mike. So it's the anniversary, and now he's gone ghost.
Correct.
But then you say, oh my God, I just got the flowers. Thank you so much.
So after not hearing from him for that weekend, I'm worried. Sunday comes, and I receive the flowers saying, happy anniversary, my love, which is what you see there in the picture. And after 2 hours, a florist calls me and wanted to confirm another delivery for me to receive flowers again. I confirmed.
So there were 2 flowers.
There was 2 flower deliveries.
Were you suspicious then?
I was suspicious then.
So
I
did you address it with Mr. Daniels?
I called the hotel first, and that's when they let me know that he had checked into the hotel.
You had checked into the hotel?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, ma'am.
They said, oh, you guys checked in.
Mr. Daniels,
we delivered your flowers to your room.
I thought you told Ms. Morris you can't go because you had issues at work.
I lied. I took somebody else to the hotel.
You took somebody else to the hotel she paid for you all to go to for your anniversary?
Yes, ma'am. I mean, no one else was going to use it. It was a gift.
What do you mean nobody was going to use it? You were supposed to use it with her.
Yeah, but we didn't end up going.
Why would I fund you cheating?
The hotel was non-refundable.
How did you even check in? Your name wasn't on the reservation.
I did put his name on the reservation.
Both our names were on the reservation.
I did put his name on the reservation.
So they took her as Miss Morris.
So you just took somebody else and you have no remorse?
Yes, ma'am.
So, Mr. Daniels, is there anything that you could offer up that would explain to this court why you would treat this woman this way?
There's one last thing that she forgot to mention. Shortly after that event, about a couple weeks prior, I went on Instagram, and on my brother's close friends, I saw a picture of them together. Come to find out, she slept with my brother after that.
As if things couldn't get any more dramatic, Mike pulls out another card. His brother? Really? Now he's saying that after all this drama, he found out Laura was involved with his brother? If this is what revenge looks like, I'm not sure I want to see what comes next.
Somehow I'm not real mad. Are you sure? I mean, normally,
Tit for tat.
I might say, don't do that.
I wanted
But
the money
after
back,
this,
I also
I'm
wanted
kind of
revenge.
like,
I truly did love her, though. I really did. It was hard for me to relate how I was feeling when I started falling in love with
gotta
her.
work
She
on your
expected way
communication.
too much in the relationship. She wanted this
all right, this is
storybook
actually
wedding.
messy. I was being silly, but I wasn't that mad. I mean, that's not the way you handle it, trust me. But I can understand that when you're that frustrated, you feel that embarrassed, humiliated, betrayed. Sometimes we are prompted to do ridiculous things. And no, sleeping with his brother probably isn't the best thing to do because, honey, he sure enough in this world ain't showing up as a stand-up man. So I wouldn't even test it out with nobody with similar DNA.
Judge Lauren Lake doesn't mince words. Mike's actions are wrong, and the law isn't going to let him off the hook just because he called it a gift. He may have thought he was pulling a fast one, but Judge Lake is setting the record straight. The truth always comes out, no matter how much you try to hide it.
And I'm not saying that to be mean, I'm just being honest. So with that said, Mr. Daniels, you keep wanting to lie on the fact that this was a gift, and gifts require delivery, right? It requires you to have the intention to give a gift and to deliver it. In your point of mind, when she put your name on that room, she had delivered that gift. But
Yes.
what we know from her intention, it was not to give you a hotel room to go relax by yourself. It wasn't for you to have a hotel room because you were needing time to think about your life or meditate or get away from your stressful job. It is clear, and the intention was for her to purchase a hotel room for the both of you to use for your anniversary. You did not use it for your anniversary. You then went and used it to take another girl. That is wrong as the day is long. I don't know how in the world you ever thought you were going to be able to pull that off, and a woman just fall for that.
And there we have it, the final ruling. Mike owes Laura $853.44. But this isn't just about money. It's about accountability. Laura made her decision, and while it's a tough lesson, the court has spoken. It's a win for Laura in more ways than one. She's free from a relationship that never truly was.
But this woman, as in Judge Lauren Lake, don't play that. For that reason, judgment for the plaintiff for $853.44. Ms. Morris, you dodged a bullet, honey. Sometimes in our biggest moments of trauma, there is a silent triumph because you know what you're dealing with now, and you cannot deal with that anymore. You can get someone who will do better by you. I can see you were a woman and you were in love. This time, you learned your lesson before you could ever get on the vacation.
You're right.
Sad, but ultimately, it's the best thing for you. All right? Court is adjourned.
All rise.
Judge Lake has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant owes $853.44.
If you found this case as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns. Stay tuned for more legal drama, where we break down the truth behind the most outrageous cases.
I would have gave you the money if you didn't sleep with my brother.
Zell it to me right now.
I ain't sell you nothing.
Follow me out this way, please.
Coming up,
The bottom line is you were trying to create this fictional scene.
Yeah.
But you didn't really dot your I's and cross your T's. There was no place in that verbal agreement where she was also charged with the responsibility to tackle other dancers and argue with them about picking up money.
you're watching We the People with Judge Lauren Lake. Janice Stevenson claims thousands of dollars were stolen from her when she hired a stripper to help land a big client. Bernice Kennedy says the other strippers went rogue, so she's not to blame.
Good day, everyone.
Good day.
This is the case of Stevenson versus Kennedy. Miss Stevenson, you are suing Miss Kennedy for breach of contract. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And Miss Kennedy, you say you don't owe Miss Stevenson anything. Is that right?
That's correct.
All right, I'll start with you, the plaintiff. Tell the court what happened.
Your Honor, this lady over here stole $5,300 from me. She planned with her stripper friends to con me out of the money after we made a verbal agreement, a contract of sorts.
So you don't know her personally, or you do?
I do not know her personally.
And where did you even have an occasion to meet her?
Right, so she is a dancer at a strip club, and I took one of my potential clients there so that I could entertain him and hopefully sign him on as a client.
All right, so you're using the strip club for your business meetings.
Yes.
Well, you won't be the only one. What business are you in?
I am an entertainment manager.
How did the conversation start?
Miss Kennedy and a couple of other strippers were dancing, and Miss Kennedy was the only one who was, putting in time and effort and actually giving my client a good time.
Okay.
So I pulled her aside and I told her that I wanted to put on a show and make it rain for my client.
All right.
I had $6,000 in cash on me.
Janice walks into the strip club with $6,000 in cash, intending to impress her client and make it rain. But there's a catch. She's also promised a $500 tip to Bernice. Seems simple enough, right? But here's where things get complicated. Janice claims that when she asked for the remainder of the money back, Bernice only gave her $700, leaving out thousands of dollars. Could this be an honest mistake? Or is something more sinister at play?
So, Miss Kennedy, you were dancing that day.
Yes, there were two other dancers that were also entertaining, but they were both not really putting in a lot of effort, and so I thought I would put in a little bit more effort to try and make some money that night.
Coming up.
You didn't make any preparations. You making under the table deals like, I can only afford to give you $500. None of this goes in your favor.
You're watching We the People with Judge Lauren Lake. We're back with the case of Janice Stevenson, who blames Bernice Kennedy for money lost during a lavish lap dance.
What was your understanding of what she asked you?
Yeah, so my understanding of it was that she pulled me aside. She said she had $6,000 and that she would tip me $500 of that $6,000. She wanted to make it rain, be a baller, really impress her client. So I thought, well, it's a Sunday night. It's pretty slow. That's probably a good amount of money that I'm going to be making. So figured, all right, it's a first. Never had anyone ask me that before, but I do it. Mm-hmm.
And you're basically keeping it so that you could later give it back to her, but keep your $500.
Right. So I was to kind of putting it in a pile a little bit. I had two of the other strippers. They come over because they saw how much she was making it rain, and they wanted to start doing some other lap dances as well. So it wasn't just me. It ended up being the three of us that were kind of collecting money and putting it together.
Oh, okay. So they come over and start dancing once they saw it raining. And then what happened?
So I said, thank you so much. I was very appreciative, but please could I have the remainder of my money back? And she said that she had only collected $700 out of that $6,000 off of the floor, so she could only give me $200 back out of $6,000.
So what's your position in this, Ms. Kennedy? What's your response to Ms. Stevenson's testimony?
Well, my response is that, we've had a deal, and I did take my $500 out of that. The extra $200 was from money off the ground, and I felt bad for her because I thought that she knew that the other strippers had probably had her money, because I sure as hell, didn't have it.
So none of this don't make no sense.
Judge Lake's verdict when We the People returns.
Now, here's the kicker. Janice claims that Bernice had no preparation or backup plan for the situation, and that's why everything fell apart. It's hard to argue that she wasn't setting herself up for failure when she didn't make arrangements to ensure the money was properly handled. Who's at fault here, folks? Did Janice fail to secure her side of the deal, or is Bernice just trying to cover up her mistakes?
The bottom line is you were trying to create this fictional scene.
Yeah.
But you didn't really dot your I's and cross your T's. There was no place in that verbal agreement where she was also charged with the responsibility to tackle other dancers and argue with them about picking up money. You didn't make any preparations that would protect you in this instance.
The judge is not impressed with either party. This whole situation seems like a mess from the start. The case is dismissed, and the judge makes it clear verbal agreements are contracts. If you're going to make deals under the table, be prepared to follow through. Unfortunately for Janice, she's learned this lesson the hard way. And Bernice? Well, she's walking away with no consequences, but certainly a few lessons of her own.
You was out there pretending you wanted to pretend you were a baller. But see, ballers are willing to lose that $6,000. Not lose it, but it's for their entertainment. You really weren't that. And I think at this point, you had to learn this lesson. You say she stole something for you and she conspired. That was false pretenses that you entertained your guest under. He's thinking my new manager is a baller and got $6,000 and gonna be treating me to this and treat me to that. But low-key, you making under-the-table deals like, I can only afford to give you $500. None of this goes in your favor. And for that reason, your case is dismissed. Judgment for the defendant. Court is adjourned.
All rise.
Judge Lake has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's case is dismissed.
So, what do we learn from today's cases? Whether it's betrayal in a relationship or shady business deals, it's clear that communication and trust are everything. Mike Daniels and Bernice Kennedy both try to get away with it, but in the end, the court sees through their lies. If you were shocked by these cases, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to stay updated on all the latest courtroom drama. See you next time